makes no sense to beat yourself up if you're trying to love yourself more. So usually, like, it sounds a little reductionist, but I find that usually the answer is just like to love whatever part of yourself that you're ashamed of. So basically, I was going about my day, um, and I was on Instagram, and this always seems to happen. Uh, Not always, but it frequently seems to happen when I'm on social media too much. And basically, like, I saw a post that somebody else had made about like something awesome that some people had done for like that their friends had done for them. Um, and I started, and I was like, I was reading the caption, and it was like, I'm so grateful to have like such amazing friends that like surprise me like this. And it's funny because like deep down, I know that I have incredible friends, and I'm super blessed to have the friends that I do, not only because they are really fun to hang out with, but also because they're all like, on their own paths and like invested in their own personal growth the way that I try to be. And they just inspire me. Like when I hang out with my friends, like they make me want to be a better person. And and they're not afraid to tell me what's on their mind and call me out on my bullshit. That my like truly best friends are not afraid to do that. So deep down, I know that I have like amazing friendships and everything, but it's just funny because I was reading this post, and this guy basically, it was like his birthday, and he was talking about how like his friend surprised him for his birthday. And immediately my mind just jumps to like, well, I can't remember when was the last time my friend surprised me for my birthday or for anything. And I was like, I don't remember my friends ever surprising me for my birthday. This is bullshit. Like, I gotta get some better friends. Like, and it's pure. My ego just totally took over so quickly, and actually, it actually wasn't even that. My thought wasn't even that I need to get better friends. It immediately became this like self-deprecating thing where it was like something must be like inherently fundamentally wrong with me that I don't have the ability to attract the quality of friends into my life who are going to do things like that for me. So immediately my ego took what was just an innocent post of somebody celebrating his friends, which, should make me happy for him, and completely used that and corrupted it and used it to its own advantage to now suddenly make it all about me and how like maybe like I'm too narcissistic and self-centered, and that's why like I can't build deep friendships with people where they care enough about me to surprise me for my birthday. So like honestly, this is like embarrassing to even talk about because like I feel like me like talking about this makes me sound like I have like issues like of like, wow, like I can't even just like look at a post and just appreciate and be happy for that person without like making it about me. But I think it's really important to talk about this kind of stuff and like be honest about when those kinds of triggers happen. And like I think it's very indicative for myself that as much as I do like a lot of meditation and like try to work on myself and try to like understand my blind spots and know like um, how I'm fucking up and how I'm doing well and how I can become a better like more well-adjusted person. Even that, like with doing all that work, I still had just like uh, such a narcissistic like egotistical moment where I was just like, damn, like how come I don't have that? And I want to make 2 points about that. One is that I think, in my experience, like when you have those kinds of reactions in yourself that are like kind of like lower than what you might aspire to be, when you have those kinds of moments where you clearly are thinking or feeling or acting in a way that is like not up to your standard. Um, my tendency at least is to like judge that part of myself and try to disown it and be like, no, 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 like like shun the fact that I even had that thought, and kind of shame it. And what I'm starting to learn is that that's not the most effective way to deal with that thought. A far more effective way to deal with those kinds of thoughts, which ultimately come from, our like reptilian brain that like essentially wants to survive, is to like show it love basically, and to be able to to be able to welcome that kind of a thought as competitive or as filled with animosity or competitive or egotistical as it may be, and to welcome it in to your heart and just say, yes, I understand like that this thought is happening, and then to inquire a level deeper and say, well, where is that reaction coming from? And what I tend to find when I go through that process is like in some shape or form, it comes from a lack of just self-love and it makes no sense to beat yourself up if you're trying to love yourself more. So usually like it sounds a little reductionist, but I find that usually the answer is just like to love whatever part of yourself that you're ashamed of, even if it's like a egotistical thought. And then the other thing I want to wrap up with, which is like the main point of this video, is when that happened, I noticed myself having this thought like, oh, how come like I don't get that, you know? And it's like the same with anything. It's like you look at somebody who's in the same industry or field as you, and they have something amazing happens in their career, and then you suddenly start comparing yourself and you start feeling like shit, like I haven't achieved that yet or whatever. And this is why social media can be so toxic sometimes. But I think a really powerful tool that I am trying to use when I have those kinds of comparative thoughts is whatever I want to get from the world, whether it's more love from my like friends or family, or whether it's more success or money or whatever, to go out into the world with the intention of giving that thing back instead of trying to find ways to get it, trying to find ways to manipulate your reality to get what you want. Instead of doing that, just focus on giving that thing that you want. So, you know, an example could be, if you want to be surprised on your birthday by your friends, why not just surprise one of your friends for no reason? Just give them a book or something, you know, whatever it is. And the real like interesting part about that is the feeling of giving the thing that you want to get actually feels incredible. And I don't know if it's like necessarily feels as better or as good as the feeling of getting, but it's because you're taking initiative and you're doing something amazing for someone else. It actually oftentimes satisfies whatever emotional desire was behind your need to get whatever the thing was. Just giving will satisfy that desire. And in my experience, much more strongly than if you were to just get something from someone else. So yeah, so I guess the point of this video is whatever you want from the world, give it first. Give that out into the world first. So if you want more love, give more love out. If you want more validation or for people to respect you, try to focus on respecting others and finding out what's golden about them. If you want people to pay more attention to you and be more interested in you, like cultivate more curiosity in other people. And yeah, so that's really what I'm going to try to focus on doing whenever I start to feel these very human and natural impulses sometimes of like looking at something and being like, just making it all about me, is to stop making it about you and focus on giving rather than getting. So that's my video for today. I hope it was helpful, and much love. Peace.